Hello, welcome to the newest episode of the Urbana Daily Digital Podcast. I have an exciting guest with me today, a good friend, mentor, Dr. Dave Smith is with us. So welcome, Dave.
Oh, well, thank you for that. I don't know about the exciting part, but time will tell.
Dave is somebody that when I say, hey, what am I going to look like a little bit in the future? I imagine myself looking a lot like Dave.
That is
always got 100 things going on, new ideas, always pushing things, very community minded. So you have been an inspiration to me, and I'm happy that you're able to come on today. And today we can talk about 1,000 different things, but today we're going to try to stay focused on the Fish and Shrimp Festival. And let's start with people that may not know you. You're with Freshwater Farms of Ohio. Talk a little bit about just what Freshwater Farms is and kind of where that started briefly, and then we're going to get into the festival part.
Well, that could be a deep dive.
Give me the bird's eye view of that.
Because it really started back when I was in my 20s and going to graduate school, because I went to Louisiana for my marine biology.
Okay.
Down there, they were just starting shrimp farming. Now, this was saltwater shrimp on some of the islands in southern Louisiana, right on the Gulf.
Okay.
And it was a new thing. They didn't know very much about how to do it. And I decided I really wanted to do a natural history of shrimp. So my research down there was seeing where they use the wetlands, learning about native shrimp fishery, all that type of thing. And there was a lot that came out of that. The first was that the facilities that they built in southern Louisiana were wiped out by the first hurricane that came by.
Gotcha.
So coastal was not a good place to do that. Now, in other countries, they ended up expanding that, using a lot of coastal areas, which they did in these other countries a lot of damage, really, to wetlands and mangroves and things. In Ecuador, Colombia, things like that. That wasn't a great idea, but the industry has evolved a lot from then. Matter of fact, the universities in the U.S. were just starting it, and in Texas, they had a facility. It was an indoor, a little bit like what we do now at Freshwater Farms. An indoor facility where they raise shrimp. I got interested back then in looking at the energy budgets of how much it cost in diesel fuel and equipment to go out and harvest shrimp in Louisiana or to raise it on land.
Sure.
And it was amazing that it took a third of the energy to raise it from start to finish on land as it did to go out and drag trawls and get that handful of shrimp and all that bycatch that you see. The
interesting
Trump story is true. And
okay.
I saw that firsthand. And so that was a real eye-opener for me. But also part of, I saw from that whole experience that we wanted to do it indoor, on land, inland, and try to be very energy conscious about how we were trying to make it more sustainable.
Sure.
Fast forward through my work in the indoor aquaculture at University of Wisconsin, and moving back to my hometown of Urbana, where my father found this abandoned chicken farm that was part of the Kirby Hatchery Network, long time out of business and run down, but cheap.
Yeah.
So we found a place where we could use these indoor barns. And from day one, we started using solar heat so that we could use these barns.
Wow.
And we started with trout. And so that was our main food fish that we did. And we've expanded over the years to all species of pond stocking fish. And then in 2001, there was a new thing on the horizon about people were raising tropical shrimp. It's called Macrobrachium rosenbergi. It's from Malaysia. Macrobrachium means big arms.
Okay.
So the alpha males of this shrimp will get up to 10 inches in body length, and their arms will be twice that long.
Oh, wow.
So but it's one that can live in fresh water. So in Mississippi, there was the Mississippi State University thought, well, okay, we're warm. We can raise some of these down here. Well, as happenstance was, a couple of the people that were there went to Kentucky State, and kind of on a lark, you thought, well, we've got warm summers, and it only takes 3 months to raise this freshwater.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and try it. What the heck? That's scientists are always willing to try something new, and I appreciate that. That's a creative part of that. They ask a question. I mean, it's all about asking the question. So anyhow, and they found out they actually did better in Kentucky than they did in Mississippi, and part of it was because of the more temperate climate. They didn't get so many big honking alpha males. They're very cannibalistic. I mean, you just can't raise these in tanks. You have to spread them out in the pond, give lots of space, a
Gotcha.
little bit of substrate to hide. It was a problem. And so then it happened that one of the grad students at Kentucky State became our Ohio State extension person based
Okay.
in Piketon, Ohio. And she said, let's try this shrimp in Ohio. And so we did. And so that first year, we still had ponds out on the southwest, the quarries on the southwest side of town. There were 9 ponds, 4 of them concrete lined, that somebody built back in the 1930s. So
Wow.
once we got all the trees out of the cracks and
Yeah.
furnished these, we had these 4 drainable ponds that we could try the shrimp. And the first year, it was amazing. We got these beautiful shrimp. And I said, this might be the idea for a festival, something different. It's a hook.
Yeah.
And the other part of that was it was a summer crop. So everybody had to harvest the same couple of weeks in September before it got too cool because they are
Yeah.
tropical. It's down to 55 degrees and they're dead. So you
Sure.
got to get them out. You want that warm season, but get them out. So that was the timing of it in September. So we thought, okay. So I went to John Bry
Yeah.
at our Main Street program in downtown Urbana. I said, John, I got this idea. What do you think about this? And John got all excited about it. And so we brainstormed about names and all kinds of things. And John would really help us think through that. And so we had it downtown Urbana as a revitalization effort for downtown.
Sure.
And this was in 2002 was our first. No, I have to back up on that. Yeah, 2002, I think, was our first one. We've been doing this now for 23 years.
Yeah.
23, except for the pandemic year.
Sure.
So it was we had it developed downtown, and by the third year, we had 3 music stages. We had one in front of what is now the brewery. We had a stage in front of the Methodist Church. We had a stage in front of Steve's Market.
Yeah.
We blocked off Main Street. We had fountains shooting across the one tub to the other on the other side. I got a message one of the years that the highway patrol wanted to talk to me. Well, because I guess it was the second year we didn't close off the street, but we were still shooting. So the semis got to wash as they came through. But so we shut that down once we heard the highway patrol was looking to talk to us. So the next year we shut down the street. But that actually developed into where we were actually had the Shriner Parade as part of the Ohio Fish and Shrimp Festival.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we had, I don't know how many people downtown. I mean, it was over 10,000 people.
Yeah.
It was really packed. But the time the city administration thought it was a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but
Yeah.
the next year that mayor was recalled.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so we moved it to the farm, which was the best thing that ever happened to us because before that, it was get up at 2 a.m., block off the streets,
Sure.
get all the signs from ODOT, get everything set up,
Yeah.
have the festival, tear everything down, and
Yeah.
get out one day. And it was,
Yeah. Long day.
it was not fun. I mean, we even had a koi show downtown. We set up
Yeah.
clubs in front of the courthouse. I mean, there
Yeah.
was tons of stuff that we did. But now, since then, we've been able to develop more and more infrastructure at Freshwater Farms,
Right.
accommodate, from the start of where the stage was the back of a roll-off truck to now we have a permanent stage that we installed a fair while ago, about 10 years ago. And now we keep adding, we have the outdoor kitchen, outdoor bar, we have a permanent sound booth, a building, all those things that when you have festivals, some years you get winds and your poor music sound crew are trying to hold the tent down so it doesn't fall away. We got away from that.
Sure.
So
And it went from one day downtown to then a weekend,
right,
to then multiple
because
weekends.
it was always a lot of pain to set up. We thought, let's have it a couple of days. So we started Friday, start Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Actually, I think for a while we started. Yeah, it was a Friday evening, Saturday, and then Sunday through 5 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
So we had we kind of developed more and more of our reputation with music groups, and Gary Haber from Logan County has become our music manager for quite a while now. He has lots of connections and has always been able to get us a pretty good deal with these groups that usually charge a lot more than what they're coming to us for. But part of that has been that we have been able to draw a good crowd, and we have been providing professional sound production.
Yeah.
We make them look good.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of regional bands, some up and comers, but we've kind of gotten away from that to more established
Yeah.
professionals that are of all genre of music. I mean,
Yeah.
we've always tried to put a mix out there. We haven't tried to become one type of music. I mean, we have everything from reggae to folk to bluegrass to jazz. We've had some Hall of Famers come to us. Um, Celtic,
Yeah.
rock Celtic. We had rock polka last year.
Yeah.
The Chardon Polka Band came last year. This year, we're going to have the Bearded Bastard Irishman. We're going to have a Parrots of the Caribbean Jimmy Buffett cover band
Nice.
the first of the weekend. But as you said, um, it got to be a lot to put together a 3-day weekend. And if you had bad weather that weekend, it was,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, we
Yeah.
put a lot of money out to do this. So we thought, okay, let's try it 3 weekends. That allows us to kind of take a breather, put on a Saturday festival. Everything stays set up. Um, and I mean, it has really progressed to the point where we've created a really fun family atmosphere. Adult beverages too, but it is a family thing. We have kid games and adult games.
Yeah.
We have 4 inflatable things, everything from a giant shark you can walk through to, um, you know, a Nemo bounce land and a giant inflatable pirate ship,
Yeah.
um, waterfall slide, all this type of thing that we set up, and they stay up all month so that we have them for each weekend.
Yeah.
We've really just created more and more permanent things, permanent vendor hookups, for power and things like that. So we bring in other food vendors and non-food vendors as well. We're trying to encourage more craft
Yeah.
vendors. We'd like to kind of pick up on that. So it's really taken off, and we've always found, at least in the last 10, 12 years, that 90% of our attendees are from out of the county.
Yeah.
They come from all over. And it really is a draw so they can see Champaign County and Urbana and the
Yeah.
whole thing. And so it's kind of come full circle that it is having a revitalization effort, that we
Yeah.
originally sought with this type of find something that's different that gets people's attention.
Yeah.
And so that is, um, and they're always amazed. They come to our area and they say, the people are so friendly. And,
Yeah.
look at what's happening downtown Urbana now, of course, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And so we're very pleased with that. So it has come full circle. And like I said, it started with Main Street. We actually had, I think there were 6 committees on Main Street. And the committee I was a part of was what was called promotions. And we were the event organizers.
Yeah.
And that's when Sarah Kearns used that group to start the Art Affair,
Yeah.
which had a long 25-year run.
Yeah.
And kudos to Sarah for all we did. But we had a group of about 15 people on that committee that put a lot of things together. And when it was downtown, they were helping with the festival as well. Scott Fannin that ran Wilman Furniture was a big part of that. But there were so many volunteers, and we so count on that in our community to make things happen.
Yeah.
We don't have big budgets. We don't have a big tourism with dozen motels or something like Bell Fountain would have
Right.
that funds those types of activities. So lots of in-kind and lots of people helping out, and we appreciate the volunteers we have at our festival, and we do pay about 40 more people to come on board for our outdoor food kitchen, for taking attendance at the gate.
Yeah.
We have managed to keep our attendance admission very low. I mean, it's only $10 for adults, so that is a pretty low cover charge.
Yeah.
And $5.
And what all's included that?
Well, that's what gets you in and helps pay for the bands.
Right. Yeah.
But other than that, there's a whole array of seafood and non-seafood options available to eat. So and of course, we have all of our normal exhibits. We have extra activities for the
Sure.
kids. We have a pirate treasure dig. We have a duck flush vortex thing that they can play with,
Yeah.
put balls down a vortex in a tank. Um, so there's, besides all the other, then we have games that they can buy tickets for.
Yeah.
It's our version of Angry Birds. We have angry fish that we throw at pig jugs and things like that.
Very
That's
fun.
for all ages. We have a game that we invented way back when that we call John Darts, that we use bathroom plungers to throw on a metal target.
Nice.
And we have the goldfish game. You can throw the
Yeah.
ping pong ball and get a goldfish. Um, so and we're developing another game this year that I'm not going to say anything about yet, but we're still working out the
The
details.
kinks on it. Yeah, sure.
That's been a lot of fun. So we are busy getting it ready right now, but
Yeah.
everything's ready to go. And we're making our stage. We put a new permanent cover over it this year so it can stay on all year round, not so temporary, and looking forward to having more events throughout the year.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that we're moving toward is having especially weekend events, or at least monthly events. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
we've um, just to have people have a good time to get together.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you from an outside point of view that, being a West Liberty guy, the Labor Day Festival is our big deal. And when every time I'm there, there's people asking, now what weekend, what's happening with the Fish and Shrimp Festival? And then you've got people, when we're out of the chili cook-off walking around talking about your festival. And so September is a busy month, and I think it was a smart move to separate that out over several weekends, because I think there were people that, you got to choose where to go, what to do. And I think that you've probably seen, that attendance, you would say, oh, am I going to split the same amount of people over 3 weekends? And you've probably seen that actually grow more than that, because more people can go, because it's available on weekends where maybe something else they normally went to in September.
We have heard that.
Yeah.
And besides us giving us a chance to re-up and resupply and get ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I can also choose the weekend I want with the type of music that I want, because that's we try to get
that's a good point too.
Information out there. So you can pick your favorite thing, but me, I like a lot of different kinds, and so it's all good to me. But really, that has worked out.
Yeah.
So there were that part of it was good. I was thinking about sorry.
You're fine.
Lost my train of thought.
No, you're fine. Let me ask you a question. Are you still looking for vendors? I know that one of the things that you always share when we're in meetings, networking meetings, is that if somebody wants to come set up a table that's in the community, they can. Are you still looking for? Are you looking for volunteers to help? And B, are you looking for people that maybe have great things in the community to have an opportunity to get in front of all these people?
Yes.
Okay.
Now our food vendors we've already got those all set up. Well, that's not open for those, and we have to make sure we have the power requirements and the water supply, all the stuff that they need. But the non-food vendors, we still have a couple of spaces that are
okay.
We've tried to get away from commercial vendors like gutter guards and things like that, and just something that will bring something to the festival. But beyond that, we've always offered free space for all nonprofits.
Yes, that's what I know that you've always shared.
We have a history of there was a nonprofit group trying to save the Douglas Inn back in the day. There was murmurs that maybe they would tear that down instead of, so there's been community efforts. I mean, we have animal shelters, Boy Scouts. It really is an opportunity for it's a little harder because school has started, but still, athletic organizations or school groups that want to come out and do something as a fundraiser. I mean, we just ask a $50 deposit, which they get back. I want to make sure they show up if we save a space. But,
absolutely.
But we still have a lot of spaces for that, maybe 4 or 5. But the thing I was going to say that I forgot what to say, but back when we had just the third weekend, we were silly enough to be a part of the Labor Day Festival. We would fence off a part of McIntyre Creek.
Okay.
Stock our trout and have a trout fishing derby for the kids. We would dress the fish for them on site. We did this for about 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
With the Lions Club at West Liberty. they supported us, and they provided all kinds of really cool prizes for the kids, and
Yeah.
that was just a cane pole, and
Yeah.
so that was. And then when we were done trying to fish them out, we had what we called a trout grab. We would give them a bunch of dip nets, and they could go in and get the last
Yeah.
fish out.
Nice.
So that was something we did for a long time. But now that we're doing 3 Saturdays, there's
Yeah.
no way we could do that just
Sure.
before. So,
Yeah.
but that is kind of indicative of the abundant water resources we have in Logan
Yeah.
and Champaign counties.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this final question. What are you most looking forward to at the festival?
The music.
And,
And I got to bring it around because we did a name change of the festival this year. It's now the Ohio Fish and Shrimp Music Festival
okay.
because it
That's
has
important.
become less the emphasis on the local seafood, which it still is, but
Yeah.
it's really developed into a draw for the music.
Yeah.
And
Makes
so,
sense.
um, I think that's what we're going to do. I
Okay.
mean, that's what we're doing, and just to remind people that it's more than that food. It's really about the music, and
Yeah.
I think that's people have responded to that as well.
Yeah.
And anyway,
If people want to take a look at, who's playing on what weekend or get more information or details, where's the best place for them to get that
well, we have it on our
information?
website at fwfarms.com/festival. We have a page on Facebook that we're
Yeah.
updating and starting to feature the individual musicians as well.
Yeah.
We have some local groups. We have groups coming from Pittsburgh. I mean, really is a multi-state region.
Yeah.
Um, so those are there, and we put posters up around town, and every
Sure.
post has a list. But
Yeah.
that is online in a couple of places, and we'll be putting out spots on WYSO. We've got spots in suburban newspapers and digital in Columbus and the suburban areas around Columbus.
Yeah.
Things like that. And
And
Dayton,
and you're not selling tickets online, correct? It's
not
on the
this
door.
year.
So, well, the reason I say that is a lot of times that you'll have these scammers that, when you have a big event, they'll try to go. So I try to get the information out. Don't buy any tickets online.
yeah, that can happen. We were trying to set up pre-sale tickets and discounting the pre-sale.
Yeah.
The program we were using glitched up and it wasn't working right. So we had
Sure.
to take it back down. But
Gotcha.
this year it's just at the gate. And we
At
do
the
take
gate.
cards as well as cash and
Okay.
whatnot. So
Yeah, it's good to know.
all that. This day and age is not so hard anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's a good part of it. But yeah, really looking forward to it. It's we actually work on this all year round.
Yeah.
Just the last month.
Yeah.
It's a lot of out front, and we appreciate our supporters. We've got sponsorships from People Savings Bank, Weedman Manufacturing, Coverlink Insurance.
Awesome.
Some of our local companies, and there's always room for more sponsors.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not cheap, and it does really showcase our community. And I think that's and weird to say. There was a new dentist that came to town, and I was a patient of his, and he said, I was looking around, and when I heard this town had a fish and shrimp festival, I thought that's where I want to go. So
That's
I
awesome.
know of at least one person that moved here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of the festival. But I think that's there. People are finding out that our community really, besides being outgoing and friendly and accepting, I mean,
Yeah.
people are starting to see that.
Yeah.
And that we do things together.
Yeah.
And that's what community is about. And I appreciate all the other activities going on.
Yeah.
I take a part of those as much as I can. But it is what is not just for fun, but if you want to look at how to not just spend your life, but to age well,
Yeah.
about socialization. I mean, it's the one thing they find. You keep your network of friends, keep getting out. Don't just sit in your house by yourself doing whatever, electronic, whatever. It brings life to your,
Yeah.
and it's a very healthy thing as well.
Yeah.
So we can't always agree with everybody, but we can all be friends regardless.
Absolutely. Agreed.
That's our philosophy. And
Yeah.
we're just really happy to be a part of this community.
Yeah, well, I think that it's funny that when I had Polly on a couple weeks ago, we kind of talked through that as well from a visitors bureau side of how special it is that she gets to promote this community and how she's just she feels so blessed to be able to say I get to share this with everybody, and it's things like this that make a difference. And I think that it's very cool because there's so many examples of people that move here or start a business here. They become a part of the community because they fall in love with the community, the people that are here, and they see people like you, they see people like Polly, they see people like me doing things saying, hey, we care about this community. And I think a lot of towns our size and counties our size, you have a lot of people that maybe say they care, but they don't really care. And they don't put their money where their mouth is. They don't volunteer. They're not doing these different things behind the scenes. You're a great example of that. The amount of things I see you involved in behind closed doors that no one would ever know about. Those are the kind of people that, yeah, well, let's say those are the kind of people that make a difference, because you're not doing it to look like you care. You do it because you actually care about this community. I think we have a lot of those people in our community that genuinely care, and that makes a difference, and it makes our community move forward. And I look forward to having tens of thousands of people out at the farm again in September that are going to be coming through and seeing changes just from last year, if that was the last time they were in Urbana, and just seeing all of this positivity that's in our community. They're able to see that and connect with that a little bit, and it's a reason for them to come back. Maybe not next September, maybe they come back in a couple months, or they come back for Christmas or the Christmas parade, or they're here bringing dollars into our community, and at the end of the day, that's what our community needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you, Ryan,
Yeah.
because we get it.
Yes, absolutely, and it's inspiring to talk to people that get it as well, because it makes you feel like you're not so isolated trying to do it on your own. So, Dave, I wish you and your team over there the best of luck, and I wish you good weather all 3 weekends. I hope that it is record breaking in a lot of different ways, and I hope that you enjoy your music. And I will definitely make my way out there to listen to some music as well, and I'll hopefully bump into you.
That's right. Appreciate it.
Awesome, thanks, Dave.
Thank you.